Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Weeknights on CBS.
People can get into trouble out here.
Welcome to Australia.
It has got a certain ring to it.
A new NCIS Sydney, Tuesday, 8/7 Central on CBS.
Cal Fire's coming to you!
I'm here to save as many lives as possible.
Fire Country, new season coming to CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
I hope you and your winter gear are ready. I'll tell you about our weather alerts and where we can expect the most snowfall. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, an extension to a ceasefire in Gaza as Hamas releases more hostages. The latest on the ongoing war there. Plus, Marquette Public Works employees have a new contract with this city. We'll tell you how much of a pay increase they'll see. And Veterans Speak in Delta County, the special event at Bay College tonight connecting veterans with students. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
It is very cold out there tonight in Ariane. We also have some snow out there as well.
We do. It's really fun. I actually canceled my dog walks tonight. It's too cold for them too.
Yeah.
All right, this past couple of hours, yes, Sarah has mentioned that we've seen some snow. Most of that activity, of course, along Lake Superior. We do have winter storm warnings for our pink counties. I'll go into further detail after the break. And then if you are in these purple counties, you are in a winter weather advisory. So what does that look like? Into Tuesday morning, we can expect this gusty lake effect snow showers moving in. We could see up to 7 inches, most of that in the eastern half, and then expect those roads to be icy out there and a little treacherous. I've got your full forecast after the break.
Thank you very much, Ariane. Developing now, Hamas released another group of hostages today, not long after Qatar officials announced a deal to extend a short-term ceasefire in Gaza for another 2 days. Nicole Saganga has the latest from the White House.
Hamas released 11 Israelis, 3 women and 8 children after their more than 7-week nightmare in Gaza. The youngest was a pair of twins, just 3 years old. The swap of hostages for Palestinian prisoners was the 4th under the original 4-day pause in the war between Israel and Hamas. Monday's exchange did not include any Americans.
We hope that more Americans will come out here in these next 2 installments, but we'll have to wait and see.
Qatar announced the ceasefire was extended for 2 more days, also raising hope for families of others forced into Gaza during last month's terror attack.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken is returning to Israel this week to stress the need for all the hostages to be freed and to sustain increased humanitarian assistance to Gaza.
On Sunday, the youngest American captive, 4-year-old Abigail Moridan, was freed. An 8-year-old Ella El-Kayam and her 15-year-old sister Daphna ran into the arms of their mother for a tight embrace as the girls returned to Israel.
There is nothing left.
Hadass Calderon walked through the kibbutz where her daughter and son, along with their father, were taken hostage and her mother killed.
It's like they burn our soul, our house and our soul.
So far, Israel has released more than 100 Palestinian prisoners, many of them teenagers. There were celebrations on the streets of the West Bank to welcome them home.
The extension of the ceasefire is expected to follow the same conditions as the original temporary ceasefire. 3 Palestinian prisoners released for every Israeli hostage freed. New at 11, the Marquette City Commission approved a new agreement with the Department of Public Works that will impact department employees and their families. At tonight's meeting, the City Commission approved a labor agreement with the Department of Public Works. The agreement increases wages by 5% for 2023 and 3% for 2024 and 25, plus a one-time $400 signing bonus. City Manager Karen Kovac says the agreement affects not only the department, but the whole city.
Works and utilities, they're the ones that make our city run on a daily basis, and making sure that we have competitive wages or keep up with that time to keep that talent here and be proud of that.
The new agreement will cost the city over $150,000 for 2023 and will be effective until December of 2026. Tonight, Bay College brought generations of veterans together for an online event. WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has the story.
8 veterans from the UP and beyond came together virtually for the Bay College Civic Corps' second annual Veterans Speak event.
Veterans Speak is a intergenerational dialogue event that's given in service to veterans. The goal is for students to gain pre-professional experience as they organize this event, but more so to work in community to serve our community, particularly our veterans, by highlighting their stories.
The keynote speaker was Merchant Marine veteran Dave Yoho, who entered the military at the age of 15.
We are just coming out of a horrible, horrible depression, and life was not all that good for lower middle class people. But I was one of many who decided we wanted to be part of the action.
Yoho and other vets discussed the maturity military service requires and brings out of service members.
You go from being a teen to instant adulthood.
Experiences we get in the military actually prepare us probably better for life and all the education, the book learning education that is out there.
Then they look to the future, offering advice to anyone in the next generation considering military service.
I was 17, just turned 18. I got to see the world. I would encourage anyone to take a hard look at it and make that decision for them if they think it's right for them or not.
Bay College hopes this and future Veterans Speak events allow vets to connect with each other through their stories and show the support Bay College students and community members have for them.
They're part of our daily lives. They're part of our history. And we need to remember what others have given for us.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
Over the weekend, a new event in Escanaba helped attendees get their holiday season off to a healthy start. A dozen vendors set up displays at the Delta County Chamber of Commerce for the Upper Peninsula Health and Wellness Fair. Fitness centers, spas, insurance providers, and other businesses offered resources on how to achieve a healthier lifestyle, both now and in the future. The fair's coordinator says he created the event to shine a light on the many health and wellness organizations in the UP and what they do for their communities.
We want to see a strong community, we want to see a healthy community, and we want to provide services around nurturing that idea. That the Upper Peninsula is a beacon of health and wellness in the area.
He hopes to see the Upper Peninsula Health and Wellness Fair grow in the coming years. The public began honoring the life of former First Lady Rosalind Carter today with several events in her memory. Skylar Henry is in Atlanta with more on the somber processions.
Mourners gathered at the Jimmy Carter Library and Museum in Atlanta for a ceremony honoring the legacy of former First Lady Rosalind Carter.
Mrs. Carter was selfless, caring, and kind.
The remembrance came on the first of 3 days of tributes and farewells for the former First Lady, who died last week at the age of 96.
When asked what she wanted to be remembered for, she said, "I would like to think that people understood that I took advantage of the opportunities that I was given, and I did the best that I could." And I have to say, Mrs. Carter did more than that.
Earlier, past and present members of the Carter Secret Service detail carried her flower-draped casket as it left the medical center near Plains, Georgia. Family members followed to the Georgia Southwestern State University Health and Human Sciences complex named for Mrs. Carter, and crowds gathered to watch the motorcade go by.
Mourners and visitors have been flocking here to the Jimmy Carter Presidential Library and Museum here in Atlanta. The former First Lady's body will lie in repose through this evening.
She always remembered to talk about my son.
Meredith Evans is the director here and got to know Mrs. Carter personally.
For me, this is a day of really considering and thinking about all that she's done and what she personally may mean to you or to me.
A memorial service is set for Tuesday.
99-year-old former President Carter, who is in home hospice care in Plains, Georgia, is expected to attend the Tuesday services in Atlanta, but that may be a last-minute decision. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, are consumers getting less bang for their buck? Industry analysts say companies are skimping on product quality due to inflation. And later, as we approach Giving Tuesday, why the American Red Cross is hoping people will prioritize donating blood. We're back after this.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. That's because at John's Auto, communication is the key to service. When we have your car, you can expect to be updated on what's going on. And Craig here will explain repairs in terms I even understand, and I'm only 9. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget, we're still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle in Marquette County.
John's Auto Marquette.
Need to get from point A to point B quickly, efficiently, safely? The Marquette County Transit Authority is your ticket to ride. Friendly drivers operate clean, blue and white buses throughout Marquette County 365 days a year. Seniors 60 plus ride free every Wednesday. For information about routes and tickets, click on marktran.com. We keep you moving. Marquette Transit.
Who'll be there when there are voices that need to be heard? Who'll be there when amazing rises up? Or a need for a warning comes falling down? Who will be our ears and our eyes? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry. Whether it's on air or behind the scenes, there's a world of opportunities waiting for you. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
Catch up with WZMQ 19 News on your schedule. The latest 19 news and weather are available around the clock at WZMQ19.com. Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
Sometimes you just gotta dress to match the map, which is what I did tonight. We've got a lot of winter weather advisories, alerts to go through. Winter storm warning basically for Gogebic, Baraga, Houghton, and Ontonagon until 1 a.m. Tuesday morning. We could see up to 6 inches of that heavy lake effect snow. Slick roads expected as well. Winter storm warning over here for Elger, Luce, and North Schoolcraft County. We could see up to 7 inches. Some areas could even see up to 10 inches. But as of right now, 4 to 7 inches, gusts up to 35 miles an hour. Again, expect slick roads pretty much throughout the UP with these bitter cold temperatures on the way. So winter weather advisory up here in the Keweenaw Peninsula till 1 a.m. as well, up to 2 inches. And then further south for South Schoolcraft County, we could see up to 5 inches of snow there. And then Chippewa and Mackinac County, some lake effect snow there, 4 to 6 inches expected. And again, very gusty conditions around the UP. Right now, as of right now, we've got 10 degrees out here in Marquette. Everyone else just a smidge warmer than that, up to about 20 degrees. Those are going to be our highs tomorrow. It is going to be very chilly. Check it out, 15 to maybe 30, but most of us will be in that 20-degree range. We'll expect some snow and maybe even some gusty winds. Partly to mostly cloudy for the majority of us. A little bit sunnier down south in Menominee and Delta County. So if you like the sunshine, can't make it to Florida, head down there. But again, those roads could be very treacherous, as much as I'm joking around. Winds right now coming out of the west-northwest. Things fairly calm for the majority of us, but as you saw, Eagle Harbor seeing speeds up to 25 miles an hour, and we'll expect a little bit of a wind change here on Tuesday. Winds starting to come out of the southwest, but those gusts picking up around 5 p.m. over there in Ironwood, 25 miles an hour, and of course further up along the Keweenaw Peninsula, and then eventually we will see those gusts kind of calm down. The past couple of hours we've had a lot of snow activity in the UP along the Superior shorelines, even a little bit inward, as well as that Lake Michigan coastline down here. Current conditions with the radar showing a lot of that activity in Elger County, which shouldn't be a huge surprise. And then tomorrow morning, that's where it's going to hang out as well. Those snow showers over here in the east half. We'll see another batch moving in around 7 p.m. and expect that to continue eastward for the evening. Cloudier conditions, so you might not see that full moon that's out there right now, the beaver moon. Taking a look at how much snow we've had in the past 24 hours. Wotton, you're the big winner. Baraga County seeing a lot of snow, up to 6 inches there, 6.3 inches in Wotton. And then when all is said and done on our Tuesday afternoon, we should see up to like 1.5 inches there in Munising. I've got your full 7-day outlooks coming up in 15.
Thanks, Air. Yeah, the snow is finally starting a little later than we're used to, but meteorologists say there are a few factors that could determine whether we deal with snowy roads or icy roads this winter. An El Nino is occurring this year, and the warmer water temperature in the southern Pacific Ocean can impact our weather up here. The National Weather Service predicts it could cause snowfall to flash freeze overnight and make the roadways slick with ice.
Obviously, temperatures have been above normal through the early part of the winter season. Ground temperatures are a little bit above normal, so you have warming from below. Even though temperatures are in the teens, the snow is falling and it's causing that little glaze of ice.
The National Weather Service says the UP is on track to have one of the top 10 least snowiest Novembers. Consumer advocates are warning shoppers they may be getting shortchanged on some popular products at the grocery store. Michael George explains the hidden trend of skimpflation and how you can spot it.
Have you ever had a favorite product you've been buying for years that suddenly seemed a little worse?
I have with toilet paper. It used to flush more easily, it used to not clog anything, and now it's clogging very frequently.
The reason may be something consumer advocates call skimpflation. Consumer World's Edgar Dworsky explains.
Skimpflation, very simply, is when a manufacturer reformulates a product with cheaper ingredients. He may actually literally water it down.
Skimpflation is a side effect of inflation. As some companies pay more for ingredients, they cut back but charge you the same price. Last year, Smart Balance Spread changed its formula from 64% vegetable oil to 39%. They said to make it easier to spread. When customers complained, they changed the formula back. Skimpflation can show up at the grocery store, in cleaning products, and even over-the-counter medications. And too often, consumers don't even notice it's happening.
The trouble is, it's very hard to detect. If a manufacturer of beef stew, let's say, used to put 4 ounces of beef in the package, and now all of a sudden it has 3 ounces, you're not going to see that on the label.
It's disappointing to know that you're getting the short end of the stick as the consumer, paying the same amount for, inferior quality products.
Dworsky says to spot skimpflation, you'll need to be a savvy shopper.
If your dishwasher detergent doesn't clean as well, if your stew doesn't taste as good as it used to, if your paper towels are thinner than they were, you're getting less for your money.
Pay close attention and you can avoid getting shortchanged at the grocery store.
While products often list the ingredients on the packaging, many don't include the quantities of each ingredient, making the trend even more difficult to spot. It's been said the American West would still be wild were it not for the windmill, the water pumping machine that allowed homes and farms to thrive. John Lauritsen shows us a collection that just might blow you away.
Even on a day with low-hanging clouds, you can still see the wind turbines that tower over parts of southwestern Minnesota. These giants capture wind from the prairie, but they're a light breeze compared to what you'll see on Terry Rodman's farm.
You are in the perfect part of the state to have a windmill collection. It's kind of all my wife's fault because she wanted a Dutch windmill.
In 1999, Terry built that windmill for his wife from scratch. Then, to balance things out, he put up a farm windmill, and people around Jasper took notice.
Then the other people said, well, if you're looking for a windmill, I got one. Another one, I got one, and it just kind of bundled up.
Or blew up into a windmill city. Century-old farm relics, once used to pump water out of the ground, found a new home at Terry's. He now has 44 windmills and counting. The tallest is 54 feet high. The shortest is 11 feet. To be in this collection, they have to stand out, like this twin-fan windmill from Hutchinson, Kansas.
I want something different than everybody else has. And the foreign windmills are different. China and Australia and South Africa, nobody's got that many of them.
This windmill from Roswell, New Mexico is the widest on the farm. It has a 20-foot diameter. Terry drove 1,000 miles to pick it up and bring it back here. He uses a truck to get the artifacts in place and then anchors them down with concrete. Across the road is a sort of windmill hospital. That's where Terry spends time repairing old windmills for other people. Terry has had visitors from across the country, many to reminisce about a time that was, while others just enjoy the farm relic revolution.
That's one of the things that really keep us going is people's comment about how glad they are to see somebody collecting these.
Well, still ahead tonight, after the big shopping weekend, how companies like Amazon get your orders to your doorstep and how they're working to make it even faster.
Erickson Jewelers will host a buying event in Iron Mountain from November 13th to the 15th. Sell your valuables for immediate payment. Bring in your gold, diamonds, coins, watches, sterling silver, designer handbags, and more. See you Monday to Wednesday at Erickson Jewelers for a free, no-obligation offer from one of our trusted estate specialists. For a full list of what we buy, go to nationalrarities.com.
Save big money right now at Menards and get long-lasting beauty for your bathroom. We have everything you need to create the bathroom of your dreams. From faucets and vanities to tubs and showers. This Capri faucet from Delta is now only $79.99. Menards carries a wide variety of Delta tubs and showers that are sure to fit your lifestyle. They're designed with style and durability in mind. This low-maintenance high-crop shower is on sale for $659.99.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Have you joined the switch to 19 News? More people are turning to WZMQ 19 for great stories. From Marquette to Iron Mountain, Escanaba and Lansing, and Washington, D.C. The only place you'll see Sarah Blakely and Ariane Stasek, plus Jim Koski, Carl Bonak, and Megan O'Connor. Thank you for making 19 News your go-to news station. Watch and discover the difference. Weeknights at 6 and 11. WZMQ 19 News. Award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
For online retailers like Amazon, Cyber Monday is one of the biggest shopping days of the year, and the company is using AI to help manage the rush. Chris Van Cleve got exclusive access to Amazon's Robotics Research and Development Center, where it says the future of faster delivery is being built.
Long before Romney Barinas turns onto Deerfield Lane in Westboro, Massachusetts, outside Boston, AI software has analyzed the 160 or so locations he'll need to deliver the roughly 250 Amazon packages in the back of his all-electric Rivian van. The stops are plotted to create the most efficient route possible using mapping technology that updates in real time for issues like traffic or weather.
Do you kind of feel like you're driving Santa's sleigh?
Yeah, something like that.
Last Thanksgiving weekend, people shopped Amazon for hundreds of millions of items, prompting 20 million deliveries a day.
It's like our Super Bowl. We practice for it for months in advance.
Amazon VP Scott Hamilton.
Within 24 hours that order being placed, that inventory is here on the floor getting put into vans and out ready to go.
To do that, Amazon uses AI to forecast daily demand for more than 400 million products, which helps predict where in the world they'll likely be ordered from, so those items can be staged nearby, allowing for faster delivery. Just as delivery stations like this go from handling 60,000 packages a day to over 110,000 during the holidays.
How big a role in a day like Cyber Monday is AI and automation?
AI will touch just about every piece of our supply chain.
Amazon Robotics Chief Technologist Ty Brady.
AI systems allow us to not only forecast the demand better, but allow us to move those goods inside our buildings even quicker.
The company says automation and AI have not limited hiring. Adding Amazon has created 700 new job types related to robotics alone. But a Goldman Sachs report from March warns of significant disruption to the global labor market as automation has the potential to affect 300 million jobs.
When people hear AI, they start to worry that that's going to replace the human workers.
I get that question quite a bit, but that's just not the way that I see it. We think of it as this beautiful ballet of people and machines working together in order to do a job, right? So we build our machines in order to allow people to do their jobs better.
Cyber Monday means big online deals for holiday shopping. According to the National Retail Federation, more than 71 million Americans were expected to shop online today, making it the second most popular day of the year to shop behind Black Friday. And e-commerce already has had strong Black Friday with sales up 7.5% compared to last year. Shopify President Harley Finkelstein says this year's shoppers are embracing what he calls a gift yourself mentality.
Many of them are using these deals to check off their personal wish list items and stock up even on everyday items. So, for example, big ticket items like cookware from Hexclad is doing well, pizza ovens from Uni is doing well, blenders from Blender Tech is doing well, and also home security company Ring, which are all Shopify stores, are also doing quite well.
And he says Gen Z is spending more than any other demographic. Giving Tuesday is tomorrow, and the American Red Cross is hoping you'll make giving blood a holiday habit. Nonprofit humanitarian organization says it needs thousands more donations per week to stave off what it calls an often invisible emergency. Skylar Henry has more.
Ready? All right. In this season of giving, the American Red Cross is asking more Americans to roll up their sleeves and take the plunge.
Donating blood is an easy way to give back.
But American Red Cross spokesperson Ashley Henyon says collecting blood during the holidays is a challenge.
Schools are closed, families are on vacation, people are attending functions, festive parties, and not really thinking about going out to their local blood drive. But there are still patients in the hospital that need blood to survive.
The Red Cross declared a national blood shortage back in September, citing a busy travel season and back-to-back climate disasters. While donations have increased since then, the organization says it still needs to collect 10,000 more units per week to meet patients' needs.
We never want someone to be in a situation where they don't have the blood they need to survive.
Mark Lipman says the 9/11 attacks inspired him to become a regular donor. He estimates that he's given more than 700 units of blood so far.
Helping people is a timeless thing. It's not just one time. I look forward to it, to tell you the truth.
For those who may be ineligible to donate blood due to medical conditions, travel, or other restrictions, the Red Cross says you can still give back by volunteering your time.
The Red Cross says the whole process for donating blood takes about 45 minutes to an hour from start to finish, and that includes time for a post-donation snack. Well, we still have a few weather alerts out there tonight, and we have snow for our morning commute. Ariane has the outlook right after this break.
Escanaba and Delta County, home to beautiful beaches, Lake Michigan, lighthouses, pretty parks, and great people. It's why so many are proud to say, this is home. I'm Lily Simmons. I'll show you what's happening here every day, in your schools, your communities, and businesses, sharing what makes this area so special.
Lily Simmons reports from Delta County, weeknights at 6 and 11, only on WZMQ 19 News.
The kids, they got Santa. My goal, gifts for adults. I give holiday instant games from the Michigan Lottery. They're a fun gift that's easy to give everyone on your list. No one re-gifts these babies. Am I changing the world? No. But I am putting wonder back into the holidays for adults. Gift big with this season's hottest game, 500 times Moneymaker. I won 100 last week, hence the vest.
We are united, everybody's invited. Everybody, come on, come on.
The United Way of Marquette County, kicking off its 80th year. United Way volunteers support our community, and you can help the United Way assist 26 local programs, funding nonprofit organizations focused on safety, unity, and endowment. Donate today by visiting uwmqt.org. A public service message from the United Way and WZMQ 19.
This week, Colbert's New with Patrick Stewart, Jennifer Garner, John Baptiste, Kelsey Grammer, and Barbara Streisand takes the Colbert Questionnaire this week on CBS.
Watching Andy Griffith has one result.
Makes you feel good, don't it? Kind of a warm feeling right in the middle of your stomach, your head 2 or 3 feet above your shoulders. You know why you're feeling that way, don't you, boy?
'Cause I'm pooped.
The Andy Griffith Show, weeknights at 8 on MeTV 19.1.
We are primarily in the teens and preteens tonight. It is very chilly out there, my friends. Those are going to be basically our highs tomorrow. We've got winter storm warnings over here in the west, as well as the northeast corner, of the UP. We could see up to 7 inches. Most of our snow accumulation going to be over there along that eastern shoreline tomorrow. Very chilly if your student has school. That average temperature around 17 degrees in the morning and not much warmer in the afternoon, about 24. We've got wind chills across many of our cities here in the UP, 0 to 10. It's going to be feeling even chillier than those frigid temperatures. Just a reminder, make sure you're bundling up when it's 0 to 20. You want to have all of those areas covered, especially your face. We're not quite in that below 0 range. And just a reminder, take care of your pets, friends. They get cold too, so make sure you're limiting that time outside for them. Your 7-day for Marquette, we're going to dry and warm back up midweek.
Finally tonight, Iron Mountain's annual Christmas walk is just about 10 days away. It's on December 8th. People can come to the Dickinson County Library to take pictures with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and then it will be right before a parade up Iron Mountain Street and onto Ludington Street. That parade ends with the community tree lighting at the First National Bank Plaza, and the voices of Dickinson County Community Chorus will add to the festivities. The DDA's event coordinator says there will also be an added touch of warmth for a charity this year.
Some things to give away to kids this year, and Honor Society students are joining us at First National to collect coats, hats, mittens, gloves, boots for kids so they can be gently used or new, and then they're going to be donating those, I believe, to the Caring House, and then they'll be able to give them to kids.
Pictures with Santa start at 4 p.m. Central Time, and that tree lighting will be right after at 6 p.m. Central Time. I'm glad it's finally snowing for all these Christmas festivities.
Yes, and I'm really enjoying everyone's lights that are out right now.
Me too. That does it for now. We'll see you tomorrow.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
This week, Colbert's New with Patrick Stewart, Jennifer Garner, John Baptiste, Kelsey Grammer, and Barbara Streisand takes the Colbert Questionnaire this week on CBS.